When we look at the tapestry of human existence, one of the most profound threads interwoven into our lives is the essence of what it means to be a girl. It's an identity that carries with it not just the weight of societal expectations, but also the incredible potential to shape the world in ways that are deeply transformative. A girl is not just a being of fleeting beauty or delicate charm. She is an emblem of resilience, a force of nature wrapped in elegance, and a soul that dances between the realms of tenderness and unyielding strength. She is a thought and an idea. There is an old saying that resonates deeply with me. A strong woman stands up for herself. A stronger woman stands up for others. This is where the true beauty of girls emerges, not in their ability to shine for themselves, but in their capacity to illuminate the lives of those around them. Their strength is not a loud proclamation. It is a quiet force that endures storms, nurtures life, and inspires courage in others. It is the kind of strength that rebuilds after devastation, that picks itself up when the world has done its worst. And within that strength, there is a beauty so profound, so unshakable, that it transcends the physical. We live in a world that often attempts to define girls by narrow parameters, reducing them to their appearances or their conformity to arbitrary standards. Yet the truth is that their worth lies far beyond what can be seen. It resides in their spirit, their will to persevere, their ability to endure, and their commitment to love deeply, even when love is not returned. A girl's beauty is found in her character, her courage, and her compassion. It is found in the quiet moments when she chooses kindness over revenge, understanding over judgment, and forgiveness over resentment. Strength and beauty are not opposites, they are allies. The world has tried, time and again, to pit these qualities against each other, as though a girl must choose between being strong or being beautiful. But the reality is that these two attributes amplify one another. Strength is beautiful, and beauty gains depth when it is backed by strength. Think of a tree bending in the wind. Its beauty lies in its grace, but its survival depends on its roots. The same is true for girls. Their grace captivates us, but their strength sustains them and us. Consider this: every time a girl faces adversity, she is given a choice. She can retreat into the shadows or she can rise. And when she rises, she does so not just for herself, but for every girl who will follow in her footsteps. This is where her strength becomes a beacon. It says to the world, I may be underestimated, I may be doubted, but I will not be defeated. It is in this rising that her beauty becomes undeniable, not because it fits into a mold, but because it is the authentic expression of her spirit. There is a quiet power in the way girls navigate the world. They are the ones who carry burdens silently, who sacrifice willingly, who love without expecting anything in return. They are the ones who dream of better days not just for themselves, but for everyone they hold dear. And this is the essence of true strength. It is not about domination or control. It is about the ability to endure, to inspire, and to uplift. History is filled with stories of girls and women who have defied the odds, who have rewritten the narratives imposed upon them. From the young girl who fought for her right to education, to the mother who worked tirelessly to give her children a future, these stories are not just tales of survival. They are triumphs of the human spirit. They remind us that strength is not always loud, and beauty is not always visible. Sometimes the most profound acts of strength are the quiet ones. The decision to try again after failure, the choice to be kind in the face of cruelty, the courage to hope when all seems lost. And let us not forget the power of their compassion. A girl's heart is a reservoir of empathy, a place where the pain of others is felt as keenly as her own. This is not a weakness, it is a gift. To feel deeply is to live fully. To care is to connect. And in a world that often values competition over connection, this compassion is a revolutionary act. It is a reminder that strength is not just about standing tall, it is about lifting others. So to the girls who are listening, let me say this: never let the world convince you that your beauty is a reflection in a mirror, or that your strength is measured by the weight you can carry. Your beauty lies in the light that shines from within you, in your ability to see the good in others, even when it is hidden, in your determination to make the world a kinder place. Your strength is not in the battles you win, but in the ones you face with dignity and courage. The poet Maya Angelou once wrote, "You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated." This is the essence of what it means to be a girl, facing challenges, embracing them, and emerging stronger on the other side. It is about knowing that every scar is a testament to your resilience, every tear a reminder of your humanity, and every triumph a celebration of your spirit. As you move through life, you will encounter those who seek to define you, to limit you, to place you in boxes that make them comfortable. But remember this, you are not defined by their limitations. You are defined by your dreams, your values, and your actions. You are not a product of their expectations. You are a force of nature, a symphony of beauty and strength that cannot be silenced or contained. The world needs you, your courage, your compassion, your vision. It needs your ability to see what others cannot, to dream of what seems impossible, and to build what seems unbuildable. It needs your strength, not to overpower, but to empower. And it needs your beauty, not as an adornment, but as a reminder that the greatest beauty lies in living authentically, in loving wholeheartedly, and in giving unconditionally. So, stand tall, speak your truth, live boldly, be the light that illuminates the darkness, the strength that inspires courage, and the beauty that reminds the world of what is possible. You are beauty wrapped in strength, and the world is better because you are in it. Picture this. A girl walks into a room. She doesn't demand attention. She doesn't seek to be the loudest voice or the most noticed figure. Yet without uttering a word, she commands respect. There is something in her demeanor, something in the way she carries herself that says she knows her worth. That quiet confidence, that unshakable resolve is the hallmark of someone who understands that beauty and strength are not opposites, but intertwined forces. We often misunderstand the concept of strength. We think of it as something loud, aggressive, or unyielding, as though to be strong is to dominate. But the truth is, real strength is quieter. It's found in the ability to endure, to persevere, and to remain true to oneself in a world that constantly tries to mold us into something else. Strength is the girl who doesn't need to prove herself to anyone because she already knows who she is. Her strength whispers where others shout, and that whisper is infinitely more powerful. And what of beauty? Society has reduced it to a fleeting, superficial quality, a mere ornament to be admired. But true beauty, the kind that leaves a mark on the soul, is not about symmetry or perfection. It's about authenticity. It's about a girl who embraces her scars, her flaws, and her journey, understanding that these are not blemishes, but badges of honor. Real beauty is not skin deep. It emanates from a place of inner peace, from the grace with which she carries her burdens, and from the way her presence makes others feel seen and valued. The world often tells girls that they must choose. Be strong or be beautiful. Be respected or be loved. Be ambitious or be kind. But this false dichotomy is a trap. It is not a choice between one or the other. It is the recognition that these qualities coexist and amplify one another. A girl can be strong and tender, assertive and graceful, driven and compassionate. In fact, it is this duality that makes her so extraordinary. Think of the way a river flows. It carves through rock not by brute force, but by persistence, by consistency, by the quiet but unstoppable determination to keep moving forward. That's the kind of strength girls possess. It's not about overpowering, it's about enduring. It's not about defeating others, it's about rising above circumstances. And in that persistence, there is beauty. The beauty of a force that refuses to be contained, a spirit that refuses to be broken. There's a quote that says, "Do not go where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Girls who embrace their beauty and strength don't follow the scripts written for them by others. They write their own stories. They dare to dream bigger, to reach higher, and to believe that they are capable of more than the world has told them they can achieve. And in doing so, they pave the way for others to do the same. Imagine the quiet power of a girl who believes in herself. She doesn't need validation from the world because her self-worth comes from within. She doesn't compare herself to others because she understands that her journey is her own. She doesn't shrink to make others comfortable because she knows that her light is meant to shine. That kind of confidence is magnetic, not because it seeks attention, but because it inspires admiration. The strength of a girl is also found in her compassion. It takes courage to care in a world that often seems indifferent. It takes strength to love deeply when there is always the risk of being hurt. But this is the beauty of girls. They choose to care, to nurture, and to heal, even when it's not easy. Their strength is not just in their ability to endure pain, but in their willingness to transform it into something beautiful, something meaningful. Strength is not always about grand gestures. Sometimes it's about showing up when it would be easier to stay home. Sometimes it's about speaking the truth when it would be safer to stay silent. And sometimes it's about holding on to hope when the world tells you to let go. These quiet acts of courage are what define a girl's strength. They are the moments when she chooses to be brave, not because she feels fearless, but because she knows it's the right thing to do. And let's talk about grace. The grace to forgive, the grace to move on, the grace to rise above pettiness and bitterness. Grace is not weakness. It is strength under control. It is the ability to respond with kindness when others are cruel, to maintain dignity when others are disrespectful, and to keep going when others give up. Grace is the quiet confidence of a girl who knows that her worth is not diminished by the opinions or actions of others. It's important to recognize that being strong doesn't mean being invulnerable. Strength is not about never falling. It's about never falling down. It's about acknowledging your fears and doubts, but refusing to let them define you. It's about allowing yourself to feel deeply, but not letting those feelings consume you. A girl's strength is found in her ability to be vulnerable without being defeated, to be tender without being taken advantage of, and to be kind without being naive. And what makes all of this so beautiful is that it's real. It's not an act, not a performance. It's the authentic expression of a girl who has embraced every part of herself, the light and the dark, the strength and the vulnerability, the triumphs and the struggles. This authenticity is what makes her magnetic, what draws people to her, and what leaves a lasting impression. So to every girl listening to this, remember this truth. You are not defined by what others think of you. You are not limited by the roles society assigns you. You are not confined to the boxes others try to put you in. You are strong, not because you never face challenges, but because you overcome them. You are beautiful, not because of how you look, but because of who you are. Walk into every room with the quiet confidence of someone who knows her worth. Speak your truth, even when your voice shakes. Stand tall, even when the weight of the world feels heavy. And most importantly, never dim your light to make others comfortable. You are beauty wrapped in strength, and the world is better for it. The poet Rupi Kaur wrote, "You are your own soulmate." Let that sink in. You are whole, complete, and enough just as you are. You don't need anyone else to validate your worth because it is intrinsic. So embrace it, live it, be the force of nature that you were born to be. The world is waiting for you, and it needs your light, your strength, and your beauty now more than ever.